I'm all ready to give up right there. Crap. No! But then, I feel my heart slow down. 2 hands grab under my arms and tug upwards. Oh, thank goodness. I look up and see Amy standing over me, with a mixture of delight and worry. On your feet! Come on, you'll never catch your breath that way. Somehow, I manage to stand. I try to raise my arms above my head, but they feel like lead. I start to walk around the track while Amy keeps close to me, like she's afraid I'll fall over or something. She may not be far off. I feel terrible and say so. Amy laughs. But you finished, didn't you? You said you couldn't, but you did. Isn't that worth it? Yeah, but... Well, yes, that is so. But I don't want to risk my heart also at the same time, you know. Yeah, but I guess it's Amy's help that, you know, kind of saved Hisao right there or something like that. Yeah. So I guess why he managed to survive is because of Amy, his love for her or something like that. I'm not sure, and I don't really have the breath to say so. But that small grin I felt on my face earlier hasn't left. So what if my heart's weak? I still survived this morning. Maybe I'll survive tomorrow too. Oh, you're being a risk taker now. I like that. As soon as it becomes apparent that I'm not gonna suddenly keel over, Amy takes off on her sprints. I don't know how the hell she can manage to sprint after running a mile, but I guess she's in much better shape than me. Once again, as I walk around the track, I can't help watching Amy sprint. It's weird, but she's like a different person when she's pushing herself. Last time I noticed her eyes, but this time it's her mouth that catches my attention, and I can see there's a bit of a zoom in right there. We should zoom in not at the eyes, but at the should zoom in at the, you know, this portion, you know, at the chest area, you know. Anyway, well, she's not wearing her normal grin. Oh, she's still smiling, but there's a tightness to it. It's almost grim, like she's fighting a losing battle but doesn't care. She seems to be running harder, like she did yesterday. Sweat has started to pour down her face, but she keeps going. Her mouth finally opens as she can no longer get enough air through her nose. As she passes me once more, legs pumping, arms swinging in time, and her lips slightly parted, she looks beautiful. Aww. After we've both taken some laps around the track to cool down, Amy changes back to her usual self. The transformation I saw in her is gone. Not bad today, Hisao. There's almost admiration in her voice. What do you mean? I would have stopped if you hadn't yelled at me. Amy colors a little, seemingly embarrassed about her outburst. She looks embarrassed there, so cute there, right there. Sorry about that, I just can't stand to see people give up. Makes sense, you know? Especially about something like this. Saying I can't go on is silly when you're obviously going on while you're saying it. That's what this is all about. What, saying silly things? Amy sticks her tongue out at me. Idiot! I mean showing that you're alive. Showing I'm alive, huh? I didn't know it had to be so painful. But it does feel pretty good despite that. Besides, this is one of the hardest days. What do you mean? Whenever you start a workout, it's difficult the first day, really hard the second day, and then the third day is easier. Yeah, you know, once you get used to it, then it's really easier, you know. You still get days that are really hard, but they'll pop up less and less. So this will eventually get really easy, huh? Yeah, of course. But then you have to increase the difficulty, or you'll never get ahead. You just get complacent, and you lose the sense of accomplishment. So I have to run more than just 4 laps, huh? Yep, but not for a while. You have to be careful, you know. A thought strikes Amy, and her face lights up. Got it! Got what? You can come with me to see the nurse. That way you won't fall over dead on anything. Okay, how charming. When? Right now, of course. You need a shower and everything, right? We don't have much time then. Grabbing my hand, she's off, pulling me along with her. My goodness, but you're in a hurry today, aren't you, Amy? I have no idea how we got to the nurse's office so fast, but here we are. The nurse grins at Amy and seems to completely ignore me. Oh, damn you, nurse. You've got plenty of time to take a shower and get to class, you know. There's no need to run through the hallways like that. I could hear you coming a mile away. Somehow, it doesn't seem like he's actually scolding Amy at all. It's like this is a sort of routine between the two of them. Amy does a passable imitation of remorse. I'm sorry, I won't do it ever again. The nurse and Amy both laugh at some private joke. Suddenly, it seems that he notices me. Ah, hello, Hisao. What brings you here? Well, You sounds obviously join me on my morning rants. I start to explain, but Amy cuts me off. I thought he might need to visit you so that he doesn't die or anything. The nurse raises his eyebrows in mock horror. Yes, that would certainly put me out of a job fast, wouldn't it? Well then, Hisao, let's have a look at you. Lift up your shirt, would you? In front of Amy? Sure! I'm suddenly very conscious of the fact that Amy's in the room with me and blush in spite of myself. The nurse seems to sense my discomfort, but it only seems to amuse him. A bit shy, are we? He makes an apologetic bow to Amy. Sorry, Amy. I tried to get you a free show, but it doesn't seem to have worked. Amy stiffens slightly and fires a look of annoyance at him. You're an asshole! Oh my god, why did you just go you just call the nurse an asshole? Well, whatever. Amy bows to me apologetically. I'll wait outside, okay, Hisao? I begin to stammer that it's not really a big deal. She doesn't have to leave, but she's already out the door. And the nurse is laughing as he watches her go. Ha 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 ha. Still got it! Ha! I don't follow. He laughs again. Ha ha ha. Like he's in some joke that's over my head. I can still get her flustered. It's a competition of sorts we had on going for a while now. That sounds incredibly sinister to me, and it seems as if the nurse realizes that too. That sounds a lot worse than it actually is, come to think of it. I wasn't going to say anything. No, you're right. I should fill it in so you don't get the wrong idea. Fill me in? I'm actually relatively new here, you see. I got hired on the same year Amy started going here. Before that, I worked with Amy during her initial rehab following her accident. Oh, what? Accident? Okay. We had to amputate her legs after a really nasty car wreck. It nearly killed her, and succeeded. He shuts up abruptly. I blink at receiving this unexpected piece of news. So she lost, at least we now learn something about Amy, is that she lost her legs through an accident that almost killed her. Does that involve her parents too? Or at the very least her father? I kind of see where this is going now. Well, that's not my place to say. Anyway, we've known each other for quite a while, so we have a slightly more familiar relationship than is strictly professional. That explains why she scolded you an asshole. Okay, sure. He seems embarrassed, like he's done something stupid. I guess he's really worried about that. I wave her hand to let him know it's not a big deal. And don't worry, sir. I promise I'm going to be discreet. I have been wondering about what caused Amy to lose her legs, and that was one of the scenarios I thought of. There were only so many ways that could have happened, but actually hearing about the facts, it's still a little shocking. Well, thanks. You're a good kid, Hisao. I can see why Amy became friends with you. She's quite indomitable, you know? What do you mean? You didn't see her learning to walk. She will go for so much longer than the others in the hospital. She refused to quit. I like that spirit. Normally it takes years to get to a point where you can even think about running again. Amy did it all in about a year. He almost seems proud of her, like a father who watches his daughter win a competition or something. Hell, she would probably have done it faster if not for the fact that we wouldn't let her. Wouldn't let her? Why not? Because she would go for so long that her legs would start bleeding where they met her prosthetics. Oh god. It's a real concern. It's why she comes by every day after she runs. To say nothing of the risk of infection if her legs get cut up and her prosthetics are dirty. But enough about that. If we don't get you on your way soon, Amy will think we're up to something. As he says this, he gives a wink and begins checking my heartbeat. The stethoscope is way too cold. He really should have heated it up or something before he used it. Like seriously, do you even heat a stethoscope? That's the first time I heard of that. After a few moments, he leans back, satisfied. Well, you sound pretty good to me, Hisao. You didn't have any chest pains while you were running, did you? Actually, I did. No, not really, you're lying. I had some trouble catching my breath though, and my heart was racing by the end too. The nurse frowns as I say this, but then shrugs. It's probably just because you're out of shape. But if you don't improve, then you should let me know, okay? Don't push yourself too much. Of course, if you have any chest pains, come to me immediately, right? I put my shirt back on, and the nurse leans out of the doorway to call in Amy. What took you so long? Now I'm going to be late. The nurse gives me a significant look. I was just seducing Hisao, that's all. What? Come on, what have I told you about seducing my friends? I had expected Amy to be shocked by this, but instead she seems merely annoyed, scolding the nurse as if he were a child stealing cookies. Meanwhile, I try hard not to blush at the nurse innuendo. I'll try not to do it again, though I fear young Hisao may be lost to the female gender forever! Not freaking likely. Alright. I didn't mean to say that out loud, but both the nurse and Amy regard me for a moment before bursting into laughter. Told you were speedy funny, didn't I? Haha. I guess Amy does talk to the nurse about a lot of stuff. Well, Hisao, you should probably get moving. You still need a shower before class starts, don't you? Crap! He's got a point, and looks like I've only got a half hour. Thanks for your time. I'll see you later, Amy. Right. I dash out of the room as the nurse begins to remove Amy's prosthetics. As I head down the hallway, I can just barely hear his voice drifting after me. Amy, you've got to be more careful. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't like the sound of that, but anyway. I make it back to my room and shower in record time. It occurs to me that I've already been up for 4 hours and the class hasn't even started yet. This is going to be a really, really long day. I hope I don't fall asleep in class. Okay, so are we going to the next day or probably back in class or something? Oh, okay, so it's the next day, alright. The morning sunlight streaming through my window wakes me up instead of my alarm, and I realize that it must be Sunday. Amy has kindly deigned to give me weekends off from our morning runs. At least that's good. I don't actually know if I woke up at all yesterday, or if I just slept through the entire day. My legs groan in protest as I lever myself out of bed. All this running has really taken it out of me. Still, I can't deny that Amy wasn't lying to me. It has gotten a little easier. It definitely is. You know, once you get used to it, like I said. I have been worried that the runs would start to wear on my nerves, but thus far, I haven't minded them that much. Well, it's only been a week. I suppose there's plenty of time for me to start dreading the sound of my alarm in the morning. Not that I could ever skip out now. And we're going to the meet, right? The school meet, you know, the track and field meet, yeah. As Amy said, it's harder to stop a routine when there's another person. And frankly, I don't think I'm equipped to deal with a disappointed Amy. And you shouldn't. She'll probably give me those puppy dog eyes, and I'll feel terrible about myself. Which reminds me, wasn't I supposed to be somewhere today? You know, the track? Yes? Hey, you're coming to my track meet on Sunday, right? Oh, so it's the day of the track meet. Oh, you had better not forget, Hisao. What am I talking about? Of course you are. Right? Those puppy dog eyes again. Of course I'm going. I owe you, right? Exactly. So don't forget, okay? And it seems he almost forgot. Crap! Amy's track meet! I'll better get a move on if I don't want to miss her running, since she's the only reason I'm even considering going. Otherwise, it will defeat the whole purpose of going. Alright. And so, I soon find myself quite suddenly surrounded by a crowd of people, all turning out to see our track team compete with another school like this one. I'll admit it, it's almost comforting to know we're not the only school like this. After you see that there can be two schools with a bunch of defective kids, well, two schools, okay, you stop feeling so defective. You also stop feeling unique, which in most cases would be a bad thing, but in this case, it sure as hell isn't. That's part of Yamaku's appeal, I guess. You know, that you're part of the school, you know, you're part of the society. Yeah. Learn that you're not unique? Hell, learn there's a lot of others who'd kill to be saddled with your problem instead of whatever they're dealing with. Some of the kids here aren't here because they're missing a leg or they have a heart condition. Some of them might be here because they're as good as dead in 2, maybe 3 years if they're lucky. And that's only if they get the right sort of care. It's a bitter sort of comfort to be able to say, well, at least I've gotten a chance of being alive through college. But there he is. I'm brought out of my rather morbid musings by the appearance of Rin near the entrance to the bleachers. Oh, you came. Of course, I said I would, didn't I? That doesn't necessarily imply that you have to follow through. Lots of people say things and don't mean them. Well, I don't. Rin shrugs. Seemingly bored with our conversation, she turns on her heel and heads back towards the stands. I owe Amy money now. You made another bet with her? Why's that? I didn't think you would show up. Amy did. So I owe her 500 yen. You two bet an awful lot, don't you? And you lose a lot, don't you, Amy? I mean, Rin. I always mix up the two names, sorry. Another shrug from my armless companion. I don't think so. We enter the bleachers and Rin nods upwards. Up there. I came out to see if you had come. For the bet, I presume. Rin leads the way, and soon we've settled down on an almost empty bench. Oh, and who's this? I guess this must be... this is totally Amy's mother. I mean, given her hairstyle, looks quite similar to Amy's hairstyle, so yeah. There's an older woman sitting next to Rin, someone's mother, I assume. She's got rather long hair done up in a braid. On seeing Rin, she gives her an oddly familiar seeing grin. Well, this is surprising. I thought you went to get a snack, not a boy. Huh? A snack? I wondered why I was down there. The woman laughs, again in a way that seems familiar. Where have I seen her before? No, you haven't seen her before, but you know her looks look like Amy. She looks like Amy. Well, I suppose you've always been one to go out from one thing and bring back another. But I'm being rude. I haven't introduced myself. I'm Meiko Ibarazaki, Amy's mother. There we go. Pleased to meet you. Well, that explains it. She's like a taller, older, and better endowed Amy. Apart from her hair being a darker shade than Amy's, there's really no mistaking the resemblance. Sorry, I'm Hisao Nakai. And really, you don't have to apologize for not introducing yourself, Mrs. Ibarazaki. That's really Rin's job in this situation, isn't it? Another laugh from Amy's mother. I take it you have not known Rin for that long then. It's best not to expect her to remember something like that. She's got other things to think about, I assume. Rin nods, seemingly pleased by this assessment. She's right. I was thinking about sunsets. So random as usual. You see, it's really up to us to make introductions and the like. For lack of any better response, I nod. Mrs. Ibarazaki leans back a little on her seat and raises an eyebrow. So, how long have you and Rin been dating? Not Rin, Amy! My response consists of silence, as my brain suddenly lurches into gear. But just before I can begin to utter a hastily babbled explanation, Amy's mother bursts into laughter again. Well, like mother, like daughter, always like to tease boys. You're a blusher, aren't you? I don't know if there's any way to keep my dignity in this situation, so I settled for a mumbled response. Okay, I see what you're doing, baby. So, this must be a new romance, mustn't it? Wait, that's not the question that... Another laugh. I know, but it's funny to watch you squirm. I'm sorry. Forgive an old woman her amusements. Old woman? She sure doesn't look that old to me. Clearly, Amy gets her youthful features from her mother. I suppose I can let it go. How kind of you. It's starting. Oh, here we go. Oh, let me just give a good image. There we go. Everyone else, I guess, having some sort of disabilities at all. But Amy's the special one, looking all excited, about to run. Oh yeah. I direct my attention to the track, where they're preparing for the first sprint. It looks like the 400-meter dash. My eyes scan the runners before finding Amy. Alright. She's smiling with an almost cocky look on her face. Let's get a good look here. Oh yeah, look at those eyes. Very sharp. Oh yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Alright. The starter raises his pistol. Oh, Amy explodes off the block, disappearing from the starting line in a blur. Let me just get a good look at that image again. Whoa, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, let's move on. It's amazing. Even as the other sprinters converge on the lanes closest to the inside line, Amy surges to the front of the pack. By the time she rounds the final turn, some of the other runners have caught up with her. Their efforts come to naught though, since a final burst of speed from Amy leaves them at least a half second behind. Woo! Wow, that's an awesome finish right there. Mrs. Ibarazaki whoops and shouts, applauding wildly and generally looking like any other parent cheering on their child. Amy bounced off the track, looking pleased with herself. I cheer right along with the rest of them. Yay! The announcer, sounding suspiciously like Misha, gleefully gives the results. I think she's gotten faster since the last time. That was incredible. Mrs. Ibarazaki grins proudly. Amy's a heck of a runner. We fall silent as the next event is being prepared. I'm surprised to see Amy striding out onto the track again. Wait. Don't tell me Amy is participating in all the events? That would be crazy, you know. Wait, didn't she just run? Amy's mother nods. Yes, but she runs multiple events for the team, especially the sprints. It's a lot of running, but Amy can handle it. From the looks of things, she's right. Amy doesn't appear to be tired, as if she hadn't run the previous event at all. If not for the sweat visible on her shirt, you'd never know. Which event is this? 800 meters? Okay, I'm a bit too exaggerated. It's the 200 meter dash. She'll do this one, the 100 meter, and the relay. I see. But then again, I think 800 meters can't be a sprint, right? I mean, well, it could, but... Once again, the pistol sounds, and once again, Amy flies off the block. A thumping sound draws my attention away from the race. It's Rin's foot. Oh, why are you thumping, Rin? She seems completely absorbed in the race. Amy's mother cheers again, and I assume that the race is over. Sprints don't seem to me like they would take very long to complete. Your foot. Your foot was bouncing on the bleachers. Oh, you seem pretty into this stuff. I'm surprised. Rin looks at me quizzically. Why wouldn't I be? No reason. I just thought stuff like sports wouldn't interest you. I suppose you're right. It's not that interesting. But I'm watching Amy, not the sport. I don't follow, but that makes sense, no? I mean, I'm watching Amy because I support Amy, not that I support the sport, you know? Yeah, I'm only here because of Amy. Yeah, that's what you're trying to say, right? Yeah, I mean, I get that. Hisao, why don't you get that? Amy's the most Amy when she runs. You don't get to see Amy at her Amiest very often. Now that doesn't make sense. But here you can, see? She directs my attention towards the track again, where the 100 meter dash is about to start. I watch Amy closely. As she gets onto the starter blocks, her whole body seems to relax, but it's a forced relaxation. I can see that she's actually like a coiled spring. Well, her leg blades definitely look like a spring too, no? As the starter tells everyone to get set, her head snaps up. Oh, and with that smile, that's that grin on her face right there. Oh yeah. And her eyes narrow slightly. Her mouth curls upward in what could be a grin and could be a growl. When the pistol goes off, it's as if she's been unleashed from a cage, like she was always moving at this blinding speed. But we couldn't see it happening until the starter's pistol dispelled the illusion of motionlessness. It's all over in a few seconds, but in those few seconds, I feel like I just witnessed something very personal for Amy. As soon as she crossed the finish line, the fierce look was replaced by her normal grin. The conquering general returning to his farm. Amazing. She's really amazing. I've never seen anyone move that fast. Well, don't look at me. I'm far too relaxed to run that fast. No, I think Amy's prowess all came from her father's side. And somehow, Meiko, Amy's mother, has a different expression on her face already. Yeah, like I say, I know where this is going already. Yeah, what happened to her father and all that. At the mention of Amy's father, Mrs. Ibarazaki looks wistful, almost sad. He got her into running, you know. Yeah, she told me. I'm uncertain as to whether or not it would be rude of me to ask after Amy's father. But after that look on her face a few days ago, I feel compelled to ask. Where is her father now, if I might ask? Amy's mother hesitates, clearly not willing to answer the question, but at the same time not wishing to appear rude. He isn't around anymore. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring up bad memories. Amy just seemed a little sad when I mentioned him earlier. That's not surprising, considering. They were very close. I see. A beeping noise suddenly emanates from Mrs. Ibarazaki's pocket. Reaching into it, she pulls out a cell phone and looks at it. Honestly, text messages? What is he, 16? Who's that? Oh, nothing. I've got to go meet up with a friend of mine. Will you tell Amy I'm very proud of her and that I'll call her later tonight? Of course. I'll admit that I zoned out for a while. I almost don't notice that the relay is about to begin, but when I look, I can't find Amy. I thought that Amy would be running the relay. She runs anchor. So she won't be running for a while yet. Or like the last one to run. Ah. Did you see it? Huh? Amy and her EMIs? I sure did. Maybe. Maybe this time. The race begins, and I cheer Amy's teammates along as they pass the baton. Oh, finally, I see Amy sprinting onto the track to take the final handoff. Once again, I'm taken aback by how graceful she looks when she runs. It really is beautiful. The look of determination and fearlessness on her face only adds to the picture. Amy at her Amiest, I suppose. Whoa, that's a very nice shot as well. Look at that. Whoa. But then, as she crosses the finish line, I see her stumble slightly. Uh-oh. It's only barely, but it's a definite stumble. Rin inhales sharply and actually looks concerned for a second. Oh, Amy. Did she hurt herself, do you think? You noticed it too? It must be bad. She frowns, as if deciding on the next course of action. Eventually that proves to be too tiresome, and she shrugs again. Well, let's go down. Gotta crown the victor. See if you can find a Laura branch. That's not going to be easy. Rin shrugs. At least we tried. Wait, well, we didn't really try all that hard. Or at all. But hey, whatever. Rin is surrounded by her teammates, all of them congratulating her on the run. Rin seems to be waiting for Amy to notice that she's arrived. Oh yeah, I guess she can't exactly wave Amy over. Then again, I'm not sure that Rin would do such a thing even if she had arms. It doesn't seem her style to draw attention to herself, or to emote beyond shrugging. Either way, I'm not willing to wait, so I wave to Amy, who looks up and grins happily at me, us. Hey, you showed up! Guess we don't see money, huh? We would have brought you a crown of laurels, but Hisao didn't find one. Hey, neither did you. It wasn't my job to do. When did we assign jobs? When I said, see if you can find a Laura branch. Try to keep up. I shrug. Guess Rin's rubbing off of me. Seems it's my fault after all, Amy. Amy laughs and Rin at me. It's okay. I'm sure you'll make it up to me somehow. Sure. Good. So, how do I look? I stop myself from blurting out beautiful or amazing and settle for the substantially safer, very impressive. Amy seems pleased with this assessment. I don't mention how much more impressive her performance is given her lack of legs. I figure she knows that already. Besides, it seems like it will take away from her effort somehow. Great to hear. I was worried that I looked a little slow on the relay, but I guess I did fine, huh? Actually, I noticed. Oh, Rin kicks me and keeps me from finishing my sentence. Oh, okay. Don't be insensitive now. What was that all about? He noticed it at the end. That's no good. Guess the nurse will look at it for me later. There's a carelessness in her voice, as if it isn't a big deal, but I suddenly notice a slight twitch on her face. Oh, like she's trying to hide the fact that she's in pain. It's then that I notice her breathing is a little shallow too. I guess she really is hurt. She must notice my concern, because she skips up to me and gives me a friendly pat on the shoulder. Hey, you look a little worried. I'm fine, really. Just sore from all the running is all. And come on, a little pain isn't going to stop me. Oh no? Amy grins, and for a moment she looks like she did during her sprint, fierce and unconquerable. Or to put it another way, really beautiful. It hasn't yet. Well then, I guess I shouldn't worry, huh? Damn right you are. I'm Amy Ibarasaki, fastest thing on the days. I don't stop for anything. Impressive. Amy giggles and then seems to remember something. Oh, before I forget, Phil and I are going to do something next Sunday as a post-track meet celebration. And I'm coming along. You should come along, yeah. Normally we do it the day after, but since the track meet was on a Sunday, I've got homework and class and all that stuff to take care of. Plus our morning run, of course. Right, of course. Oh right, your mom wanted to say she's proud of you. She'll call you later tonight. Ah, I thought I saw her in the stands. I'm glad she made it. Used to be my dad who showed up to my meets, but mom's done a pretty good job of taking over. Oh, she shivers slightly, and I realize that she's still all sweaty and a bit cold. A breeze has started to blow though, yeah. I'm not cold at all, and I've got my jacket with me. So without a word, I throw it around her shoulders. That's the man you... That's the spirit Hisao, you know. The smooth moves. Amy jumps slightly and then grins at me. Hey, thanks! It's getting a little cold, I guess. Yeah, it looked like it. Just as I begin to wonder whether or not giving Amy my jacket could be taken the wrong way, a boy in a track uniform approaches. Hey Amy, you're gonna miss the medal ceremony! Oh yeah, thanks! She turns to Rin and myself. You don't have to stick around for this part. It takes forever. No, I'm going to stick around. Besides, you should get cracking on your homework now if you don't want to be up late, Hisao. Morning run tomorrow, don't forget. How could I? Good point. I mean, it's spending time with me, after all. With this, she waves quickly and dashes off to receive her medals, or whatever they pass off as a medal these days. Rin and I head away from the track. We're not going to stay to watch the medal ceremony, or Rin remaining deep in whatever thoughts she has for most of the walk back to her dorm. As I see her off, she speaks up. You're probably not getting that coat back, I think. Well, I don't mind, it's hers. I'm sure I'll get it back eventually. Interesting. Take it as it comes, huh? Very Amy-ish. With this odd statement, she turns and heads into the building. I don't know, but whenever Hisao speaks to Rin, it's like Hisao is speaking to an alien, you know. But, well, oh well. Honestly, was it that big a deal? Amy was cold, and unless I'm mistaken, in pain. Giving her a solution to at least one of those problems seems like an obvious reaction. Yeah. Though I guess there is a chance I could lose my jacket if Amy never remembers to return it. I guess Rin has a point. Still, I can't bring myself to muster much worry over the whole thing. After all, it's been getting warmer lately. I don't need a jacket. Odd. I think I used to be a little more responsible with my stuff. Amy-ish, huh? Maybe that's not really a bad thing, you know? Alright,